Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl, Kinza Babe. I'm back again. I don't know if this is a continuation video or it's because lately I just been doing what I have to do. Not much, gardening or anything. And because I have so much with the chickens, I have over 200 chickens now that I have to take care of. And since I have them in batches, I have them in different treatments and stuff like that at different age. One set is a week apart, so that gives me them in 2 different batches, but I'm going to mix them soon because a week apart, they're actually a week apart, so they're almost the same size. I just don't want to put them together because they're not, because I sold some of those, so I only have like 30 something left at that smaller batch, so I need to mix them. He always comes over here by this wood. Houdini, you are making me work this morning. Why you got to come over here every day to get tangled up? You ain't learn your lesson? Let me show you. So what I decide, some of this rubber I'm going to use as a weed barrier here and ground cover for my big plants. So I'm only going to have this little walkway here. I'm going to put plants all here, the big trees, to like create my little entry for my nursery. I need to put rubber over here too, but I ain't got the strength to lift this thing. I could put plants, the big plants all here too. So that's what I'm going to do with this rubber. Reuse, reuse, reuse. That's what I try to do. So I'm putting the rubber here to keep the weed down and keep here some type of order, because when I get big trees like this, they need a little more light. So the sun is going to reach here earlier in the day and keep the smaller plants in shade, more shade, and more room for my big trees to grow. So now as I transition my nursery, the bigger trees has more room to grow, and these are for the seedlings and smaller plants. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm reusing this rubber instead of trying to kill weeds out there that I don't have area or nothing doing with. I'm going to protect this area from the weeds. But I'm going to put the rubber down, reuse it. Sorry, I've been shoveling and weeding around the edges. I don't have the pegs, or I'm not putting any mulch around it. So I have to kill off this grass first to actually have it stay. So when I put the heavy pots down, it'll hold them down. And probably a couple stones. I'll have to put stones. But this whole area right in front here for my potted plants. So you guys get where I'm going with this. All my big shrubs and everything and trees are going to be down here. I'm going to plant some more, stuff in some tires. That's what I'm thinking. Guys, I'm reusing what I have. I don't have much, but I could use what I have without spending. And I don't want to do nothing expensive because I still have a lot of plastering to do. So I still have stuff in containers. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm working, guys. I was shoveling, taking up some of the weeds, putting on this rubber. I wish I had some ground cover to put on there, but the plants is going to cover it anyway. When it kills the weeds underneath, then it'll flatten out as I put plants here. So that's my goal. So it's shaping up every day, little by little. Now I was like, okay, I know I could use this as ground cover. I don't like to waste. I spend money on this rubber, right? to put up the brooding. So now I'm reusing it, and I want to take some of the big pretty stones that I have. Look at this one. Not these. I don't the brown ones. These ones. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, like granite stones. So I'm going to, especially until I fill it up, I have to leave that walkway. So that's why I'm putting stones all around so the wind doesn't blow it. But I think I'm going to put stones all along here, stones until it's completely filled, because I don't have ground cover to put on it to keep it down, or I don't have pegs. The pegs don't work anyway. In the States, I used to put pegs down and they don't work. So I'm going to take most of these bigger trees out here. I don't know if I want my bougainvillea, but it's a lot for me today, this morning. The sun been up. I didn't even get to water. The sun came up so quick for me to go out in the sun. So I decided to walk more in the shade. And that's what I'm doing here. I might ground cover all here since I have the rubber and the stones. All here has old stones that they dig up. I might just cover here with the rubber and keep it clear. Down here where I wash my stuff and keep the goat manure. But it's a lot, and it's Sunday and I wasn't going to do this stuff. And I decided, because if you keep putting off, it don't get done. So let me continue to work here and put my trees out here. So now I am moving some rocks from here to over there to keep that rubber down. It has to be completely filled because the wind would get underneath. The wind would get underneath this rubber and tear it easily. It's cheap, even though you spend on it for a roll. It's not the strongest unless you have a ground cover over it. That wind gonna get underneath. So I'm trying to figure out how to keep the wind from getting. I can't leave spaces, especially for now, until I put plants on every corner. So that's what I'm doing, putting rocks. I have more, but these need to go in container. I have more to move. So my take on this is I'm controlling what I can to cut down on the weeding. So I'm controlling this area around my brooding. I don't want to have to pay people to weed and begging people. I used to had to beg him, and I'm paying him and his mom, and I can't get the place looking good. So I'm trying to control it without the help until I could get the proper help. And this is what I'm still trying to reuse some of the stuff that I use for my brooding economically. That's what I'm trying to save, and some money so I could do other things. The stones that I have here, I'm going to use some over there to keep that down until I completely fill my nursery. So that's where I'm at with this. I'm trying to control the weeds and not have to, and the goats are doing another job. So I have to abort some of this stuff that I've been doing until I get the proper help, because I can't do everything. I'm trying to control weeds, control everything. It's not easy when the weeds keep growing, this keep growing, and you need help and you don't have it here. So I'm trying to do what I can with the little that I have economically by controlling the weeds with the rubber that I use for the brooding. This is something I don't have to buy again. I have it. I redo some of the brooding area to make it bigger and nicer so I could produce more chickens. And now I am trying to control the weeds and still extend my nursery and have room for my trees to grow. Got it? So now I have shrubs, my almond tree at the end, that's the biggest one, and olive green to green, soursop, crotons coming, lemon. I hope those lemons survive. They're growing slow. I don't know if it's lemon or orange, put blood orange. Ginger, my Exora. I want to move some of my flowers, but I like my flowers over there for some reason, my bougainvillea. So I still have a lot of transplanting to do. I don't have containers. That's another thing. I try to reuse these Ziploc bags, rice bags that I have in the house. My detergent bags, containers, water containers. I try to reuse everything. I don't have money to be buying containers. Yeah, it look pretty, yeah, but how your plants look, you know? And I could reuse. Every little bit counts. Saving and paying people to weed. So now the goats are keeping it down somewhat, but it's still growing. I need to control some of that big bush that comes there so it don't get high. So what I'm going to do is, if I get more, I have more rubber in that trash can that I was going to get rid of, and I'm just going to cover it for a few days and control some of the weeds that way. It kills it and keep it down. It doesn't look pretty there, but then I'll move it over and get rid of some of that bush, that heavy, thick bush. So it's all part of, guess what? Homesteading. So it's getting hot. So let me go get some more rocks and line the rocks up here and move some more of these plants. So guys, I did what I can with what I have. I put these stones down to keep this a little walkway, but the stones will have to move eventually and make a smaller walkway, because I don't have it to fill everything right now, but it's going to fill because these are going to get big, right? And that's when I'm going to put them down there, when I transplant them into a bigger container. But right now they're not ready. So let me go and water some of them so I could go and rest, because I'm tired now. It's hot and sweaty and I'm tired. Ooh, the yardoa. I want to plant the yardoa over there by the what do you call it? By the gate. And I have to put some more tires. I'm going to put the tires down where I want them planted. That's what I'm going to do before I go upstairs and water. So here's the deal. Whew, I'm tired now. I was cleaning out the cage, the body. Well, I started from the other day, taking the rubber out from the brooding that we redo and make it bigger and make it more sturdy where I could always brood chicks. That was my purpose for redoing, and the wind was blowing down the rubber. The rubber tears too easily. I know this rubber is going to tear eventually, but I decide to control some of these weeds. I'm trying to do something like called xeriscaping. Xeriscaping is like planting natural plants for the environment where you don't pay nothing and beautifying your place with nice natural local flowers, and using natural ground cover, natural things for the your zone, in your horticultural zone, that you don't have to spend too much money, like natural water. It could be natural water. It could be getting your own source of water, collect rains, harvesting and watering. All of that is xeriscaping, where you're not spending much. I'm reusing a lot of stuff that I have around here for my nursery, for my garden. I try to propagate my plants where I don't have to purchase. So all of that is part of xeriscaping. So that's what I'm doing here. It's a farmer landscaping, but I'm doing it just temporary. I'll landscape eventually, but until I could get myself together here and expand my coop, you know, it's a way to conserve and save. So I had to, you see the sun came. The sun comes out so hot so early now these days. So I had to run from the sun. So I was cleaning out the coop. In there it gets a little warmer now that they put the rubber in the back and it's not completely open. So in there it gets hot too. But I was trying to, this morning when I came here to water, I realized, okay, it's too crowded up here with the bigger trees. I need to make space. The bigger trees need space. So all that rubber that I was getting rid of, I had to find a new purpose, and I lay it out there saying I'm going to try and control some of those weeds down there. But then I came up here and I was like, oh man, I need to do something here with my nursery because it's growing. My trees are growing and I need space. So I said, well, let me use the rubber, because I put some over there yesterday to kill the weeds, to keep the weeds down over in the corner. But then I realized, wow, I need to expand. This is what they use for nursery. They use rubber like this for ground cover. But this one here, if the wind gets under it, it tears very easily. So I decided, okay, I'm going to put the stone, because I don't have like any like stuff. I have that type of stone, but that's for building. I don't want to use that stone right now to put on top of here. So I decide, well, I'm going to leave it like that for now until I fill it up, because I have some more transplanting and I probably might put something here. I'm not sure yet. I want that to be my walkway, but I need the rubber to stay down or else it'll tear very easily. My bougainvillea and stuff I'm going to keep over there. I don't want to move them. Because this is mostly for trees. I did move my my crown of thorns over here, and some of the Exora flowers that I had transplanted and crotons. So anyway, as I transplant into bigger containers, then I'll move them out and probably fix over here. I have to get some of that. That's charcoal underneath there. I can't move them by myself. So, and that stuff back there is a mess. I have steel, I have tiles back there. So I'm trying to figure out, I might extend more that way to keep the weeds from around this area and put some of that stuff down over there too in that corner. So some of the rubber. But as I go along, then I'll see, because I have all that rubber there. I'm leaving that for a few days to control the weeds. And I have more in that container I was thinking about taking out and covering all here with rubber to control the weeds, so I don't have to pay anybody anytime soon, because the goats are doing some work. It's only 2 goats and 2 babies. So 2 kids, I should say. So they're going to only control what they can with what they like. But the other stuff they don't like is going to grow. So that's where I'm at. The sun is right there coming. So as the sun comes, I go. When the sun is out there all day, I try to stay inside and do what I have to do, clean and so forth. But I think this is a plan for now. I have to find containers for that avocado, or I might just have to plant it in the ground. I might plant the avocado up here, but if I think I'm expanding anything here, I don't know. And I have some more shade cloth, a smaller shade cloth that I want to put there. I have shade cloth that I could extend out here too, but anyway, let's see as things progress, because all these shrubs I'm going to need later for landscaping. Guys, if you don't know, if you think I like gardening, I also like landscaping, and I like to do landscaping strategically. I don't just plant any and any old way. That's why I just keep things on the border right now. My fruit trees, my citrus are down there, and everything is on the border, my plantains, because I just don't like putting plants if I'm going to do other things. So especially the big trees, like that almond tree. If I plant it, they got big roots. Then I would, and if I decide, okay, that area, I'm going to extend the chicken coop that way, who gonna dig that up? Then I have to have a backhoe come in here and knock it down. No. So this is my thing. You could still plant in container. You could still plant in container, right? And my nursery is just growing. I just have to find something to do, some place to put that charcoal. Once my plan is to fence off that area where I have all these plants and plant some more vegetables. That cabbage is going to have to go, and the baby cabbage I'll just keep in a small area. And keep the goats and animals out the whole area, and then plant like cassava and maize outside. And if they want to eat that, then that's an issue. But my passion fruit tree, I have to fix. So there's a lot of projects that needs to be done, but one day at a time. One day at a time. So I'm expanding here because it was crowded, and I need to transplant some more, and I needed to get rid of the rubber. So this is the reason for pushing this out until I could get all back day clear and this wood clear. And the wood has come in handy for my brooding. I have roofing sheets there that I could use for if I want to do, say, I'm not saying I'm doing it, but say for instance rabbit. I've been looking into like rabbits or ducks or, you know, something else. So one day at a time. Those things I could reuse. That some of that wood over there needs to get picked up. It's too much scraps now. Since I'm done with the top, I don't need a lot of the boards, so now I could build little things with them, like the rabbit or ducks area or turkey. You know, there's a lot of other farming you could do other than chickens. So let's see. But right now my chickens are expanding, and I'll be expanding gradually. And it's not easy. It's not easy by yourself, but now look at this goat. Now look at this goat. Don't go in my trees. Okay. So that's where I'm at today, running from the sun, slowing up my work. I have to rest because this sun would just take everything out of it. So what I was saying is, if I fence this whole area off, and with all my chicken manure and my stuff that I'm going to be using, because once I put the chicks in the battery cage, I will be changing the manure and putting them in an area, and some of the rubber you're going to have to use to put some of the manure, dump the manure on, because, and this over here, because these chickens are tearing up my I think that's what I might do. Put the manure and that rubber and keep that area, so when I need to dump my manure out to coop, it's right there, and throw it on the rubber. I'm going to leave that rubber right there. You see, once I sit here and think, I come up with solutions for my my stuff. So the manure I could put right there, because it'll be easier for me to just dump and control a bush in front the door. And then eventually this whole area that I fenced off, I'm going to be dumping the manure in there after it cure and sit for the period of time that it needs. And then I'm going to till it into the soil, into these mounds, and condition the soil in here a little more. This is what I'm going to do with this charcoal. I use the charcoal in the manure. I'm going to be using the charcoal in the manure also. So some of that charcoal I might need to push down there where the manure is that we took out the coop. So I could have some for when I'm using it in the battery cages. I'll use that and a little bit of sawdust, and it'll be making my compost, my manure for my plants, because I could use the charcoal to get rid of some of the smell, and also for nutrients for my plants. That's a lot of talking, right? It's a lot of talking, right? But I hope it helps someone. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I know you guys are watching. I'm talking to you who watch every day, who don't comment, who is the secret watchers and don't engage. Kindly subscribe. I'm on the road to 5K subscribers. Yes, I'm over 1 million views, but my goal is to get to 5K subscribers. And it's always been my goal, and it's a slow process. So help me. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, and engage in the videos. Help a sister out here as I try to live off grid by subscribing and watching my videos all the way to the end. Look at Houdini. Oh man, and Matilda over there. So let me show you again part of my strategy and my xeriscaping. Someone say, why don't I plant these all over my yard? Let me tell you, these things are so invasive, and they're not for that. They name snake plants, and I don't think it's because they get rid of snakes. I think it's because of their look. They call them snake plants, but my grass is growing and spreading. This is why I don't want to plant these plants, these snake plants. I don't think it's going to keep the snakes away. My cat is going to do a better job than that. I need to dig this up. So this is why I said I was going to move these tires. Look, I'm going to eventually end up doing it after I say I'll leave it, right? I need to rest. So I'm going to plant these here. Move these here so I'll have a row right here. Like I said, I was going to take a break, but I moved the tires over here. But what I'm going to do is put the rubber in between to control the weeds. Again, to control weeds, I have to put down rubber. So I'm here brainstorming. Okay, I said I'm going to start incorporating flowers and herbs. The basil, it says a nice deterrent. I have basil already. I have more basil seeds. These seeds, sometimes the herbs is so hard to start. My seeds are so old now. I'm taking too long to plant them. But not really. Some of those seeds I had when I was doing microgreens, and there's a lot and they're not germinating, they're old. Yes, seeds don't last. If you think you could keep them forever, no. You see these hawks always flying around? They be hearing my chicken. They fly around here every day. I don't know if you guys could see. Yeah, right there. You see it? Yeah. Those are hawks. They're looking for my chickens. They're looking for my chicks. Hey, you're not going to get it, okay? You're not going to get my chicks. Hey. So I have to see in those tires. I have ginger to transplant. Ginger, turmeric, a lot of turmeric. So I think I might keep these, like my turmeric, my ginger, those that I could control in the tire some more until I have like a dedicated garden for these things. The basil over on that side, I have more basil seeds. I need to start some more. I have like cilantro and things that won't start. I have a bunch of cilantro seeds. I can't get those to start. I'm going to work on starting those. Some of them are really old, like I said. And someone brought me some cilantro, but they didn't come either. I tried to start some flower seeds, and they didn't come, the marigold and some rose. And those seeds are fairly new. Someone brought me them from Amazon. So I need more flowers. I love flowers, guys. I love flowers. Like I said, I love landscaping. Look at that big one. Oh, that's a big heart. You're looking for my chickens, you know, but my chickens are so big, they're afraid of my chickens. They fly around here. That one was huge. They just be circling my coop. What is wrong with them? Anyway, I'm talking again. Today I'm in a talking mood. Today is Sunday, my talking day, I guess. Oh, I wasn't supposed to record. I wasn't supposed to work. But look, this rooster always keeping me company. Anybody want a rooster? 200 CDs for this rooster here. He's huge. 200 CDs. Anybody need a rooster? He is huge. Anyway, somebody wanted to buy all my roosters, but when they're young, I can't really, kind of have an idea what is what, who is who, but I don't know for sure. So I can't sell them that young yet, like that, saying that all of these are rooster, because then I could be wrong, you know. It might have others in between that is not rooster. So, but I know he's a rooster, and I know how big he is. He's huge. He's bigger than the one inside that runs him out. He's the perimeter guard. See, chickens have their rules. So when you have chickens, if they, and you have a coop and you have a flock, and they're outside doing free ranging, they have rules. But look at what she's doing. I put my seeds here, my cucumber seeds. She won't eat the cucumbers, but she come here to eat the seeds. Go, go, go. She and her babies, they come here to eat the cat food, and now she eating my seeds. Ah, man, this goat. I guess that's part of this farm life, right? Having goats. They're disgusting. Bah. I turn my back. Look at the little ones eating the seeds. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Move. Matilla, go on. Look at this lady. So I'm out there just making sheets. I keep track and keep records, and I have to do it by hand until I get my printer. It's a American printer, but it connects to the Wi-Fi. Unless I think I could connect it to the Ether cable, but I haven't had chance. For me to use it, I have to plug it into my little battery generator, because it's an American printer. I haven't been able to connect my phone to it because it needs to connect to the Wi-Fi. So that's another issue. So this one, she has to be in everything. Puss. So I came, have a snack, had some water, sitting here chilling for a while. It's just 11:30. I'm going in to do some self-care because I did a lot this morning. Moving those rocks, moving those plants is not an easy task in the heat. So I'll see you guys later when I come down to feed the animals again. So guys, I'm still out there making paper. I don't have line paper, so I'm making lines. But you know, it's good that I could just sit out here today, not inside in the AC. It's not too bad. You know, I have my water. I'm going to do my hair next and sit out here while. That's why I think I'm taking a break from this. I've been keeping track of my vitamins and how many chicks I hatch and how many deaths and each incubator, how much eggs I put in after candling. What else I have down here? When I buy something, because I have nothing now to track, so I'm just writing everything down on these papers that I made. and I need some more, and it's taking time. Whereas if I had a printer, I could have just print them, right? But to find ink and stuff is another story. Until I could get it on my, I need to get Word or Excel for this type of stuff. So until I could get that, I don't even know how Word or Excel. I know before you had to sign in. I can't remember logging and all that for Word now. It's been a while. I haven't been doing that stuff. So, and my laptop, the battery don't stay charged long because I haven't been using the laptop. Everything is done on my phone. I don't have time for that. Sometimes I don't even have time. This is my glove for my hair. Sometimes I don't even have time to like edit and add all the fancy stuff. I just do plain old edit, adding the videos together and uploading it. So you don't see any much cutting out and adding fancy music and all that stuff. Sometimes I don't have time for that. And my videos gets too much on my phone if I add too much memory from all that stuff. Too much memory gets wasted adding music and all that. Anyway, that's my day here, my Sunday. Oh man, you guys don't know how I enjoy this piece. I just sitting here just doing my paper and quiet. I could hear the birds on the chirping. Once in a while I hear the goats, and I just hear my cats are just here chilling, and I'm just chilling. No noise. Sometimes you have to block people noise out. No phone, no nothing. I just need peace and quiet. That's why I'm here for. I had my little workout earlier. I work out. That's my workout in my garden. And now, enjoy in peace. Enjoy in peace. I go into my hair, sit out here, and enjoy some peace, right? This video is getting long because it was a continuation video. So maybe I won't show my hair stuff. But I don't want to make it too long. It's probably going to be one of those videos, and then it's a problem uploading. It takes days and throw my videos way back. So these videos are probably a little back. I need to get me, I'm really thinking about get me the Starlight Mini, or even here I need the big one, the big Starlight. That's like 500 and change, which I could put into some hair. That's why I haven't got it yet. And maybe the Mini, but I need something out here where I could get more internet service, so I don't have to worry about my videos being so late out. But the problem is to, even if I bring that from the reviews, the upload time is very slow too, compared to MTN and Telecel. So I don't know if it's gonna make a difference. Right now, the upload time for MTN out there is bad. So maybe the satellite might be a little better than in Accra, or closer to Accra. We have like Kaswa. I think one guy gave a review and he had it in Kaswa, which I'm close to Kaswa, but out here it's bad. So that's my take on the monthly bill. The monthly bill might be okay because here I spend that kind of money uploading and having it lasts a long time, because that's all I really do is upload videos. I don't do that much and watch a few videos on YouTube. I don't have that much time to be sitting down doing much on the internet, the Wi-Fi. So maybe it might work. So that's my spill on the Starlink. I'm really considering the Starlink. My son said if he come and he come out here, he has to have Starlink. So that's another reason. I might just have to suck it up 1 month and buy the Starlink and have somebody bring it for me. That's what I think I'm going to do. All right. Thank you guys. See you guys soon. I have to go wash out my hair and deal with my hair, but I gotta go check my eggs. I got the stuff on my head. Yeah, sometimes I have to stop. Look at these two. Look at these two. They're just like their mommy. Coming up here, stealing the cat food, drinking the cat water. Look at them. They ain't scared of nothing either. You looking at me like your mommy looks at me, huh? What's up, lady? I have to name you guys. I think you're two girls. That one hair raises up on the back. Could it be? See the hair is raising up on the back, the black one. Could that be Houdini's baby? Houdini hair raises up on the back. I wonder if they're Houdini's babies. See, Houdini hair raises up on the back. Houdini look a mess with his purple. But that one over there, that black one hair raises up. Guys, look at this. Woo. 17 eggs, the most in a while. No cracked eggs today. Praise the Lord. And let them chickens out in the hot afternoon, and guess where they went? Because it's hot. This time of the day, everybody stays aside, the cats, and find shade. Except for Matilda, just continues to eat and eat and eat. But look at where they went for shade. In here, they're just glad to be out. They're still looking for shade. You could have stayed in your place and get shade there. It's too hot, right? Okay, I let you guys out to roam. I know I'm gonna have to clean this up again. I'm going to put some blocks there to keep it in. Those blocks, those old blocks over here. Let me do that. Let me tell you, catch chicken, everybody hide. The only one don't hide, well, Houdini hide for a while and then he comes back out. This is the most I see him out here eating. Yeah, she's calling the babies and they're running looking for her. Look at them. Matilda constantly eating. Huh? Look. Look at them. Which is good for my grass and good for the meat. She's eating. I thought it was just because she's pregnant, but she's just a eater. I gave them medicine the other day. Maybe that's why. Look at her come running. I call her with the thing and she come running. She know what time it is. Her banshee. Her cassava, look. She know it's time for cassava. She come run into the pen. That's the only time I could get her come to this pen. I tell her, I ain't even put it on the rope because before I could have get it on the rope, Mr. Houdini would have pulling them down.